Now, I had originally meant to do a live stream reaction video to the Submission Underground on Sunday, but quite frankly, I didn't. But I think it's a little bit more fun right now to kind of talk about it in relation to the reaction that's gotten on the internet. Now, first of all, I'm in favor of all grappling shows. Whatever your rule set, whatever you're trying to do, however you're putting it out, as long as you're not screwing over competitors or anybody else, if you want to throw a grappling show, more power to you. I want to see more of that. I want to see more opportunities for the fighters. Secondly, specifically, I think if you're a grappling fan and you want to see more grappling shows like this, you should be pretty happy about the Fowler win, even if it's over Craig Jones, even over the method. If for no other reason, we need more stars in this. We need more rivalries in our sport. So seeing a fresh face like Fowler, who's actually in most cases a very exciting competitor, I've seen him on Fight to Win and a few other occasions, and seeing his rise come up, I think is a great thing for the sport. Now, is his victory the way people are saying, oh, I played by the rules and he did that to win? Well, yeah, you're going to play by the rules and you're going to do it to win. He certainly, even though he was the champion of Submission Underground, he came in that way, and Craig Jones came in as the challenger. I think Fowler certainly had more to gain on a clear-cut victory than Jones did. Jones obviously has the fan base. People are excited to see him. People are maybe upset about the way he took the loss right there. But at the end of the day, Fowler got the win. He did it the way he needed to do. And his stock goes way up on this. And I don't think Jones's stock is hurt much of it all based on the rule set on this. But I can promise you that Fowler is definitely an exciting grappler. And then there's something to be said about, if the rules make something boring or if the competitor makes something boring. And I'm more of a believer that, the fighter will adapt to the rules. The fighter will go ahead and make things exciting based on their style or not. You certainly have guys that, say Gary Tunnan, you put him in any rule set, you could put in sumo, and I think it'll still be an exciting match. And I usually say that, although, like I said, I believe that Fowler, from what I've seen before, is definitely more exciting than what you would have seen in this match. He got a submission over Craig Jones, even if it was in the overtime. So what else can you say about that one? A lot of people are complaining about the EBI rule set. You have to kind of take a look at this from a couple of perspectives. Like the EBI rule set as it's used right now in this event versus how it was originally intended. Eddie Bravo, when he set up the EBI, the Eddie Bravo Invitational, wasn't trying to appeal to casual fans. Or rather, he wasn't trying to appeal to hardcore fans. He was trying to appeal more to the casual fan. He was trying to bring new people into grappling. He had a whole game plan of, he was going to originally broadcast this on television. He had a deal with Spanish language TV, and he was going to work his way up through there. And then he had his opportunity through his connections to bring it to the UFC Fight Pass. And he's bringing professional submission grappling to a worldwide larger audience, people that wouldn't have gone through that before. But the rule set, as it is defined in IBJJF or even Abu Dhabi, might be a little bit more difficult for people to take. So this whole idea of overtimes and having a clear and definitive winner each time was born out of the necessity of making this more essentially TV friendly. And certainly, Chael Sonnen, when he made a Submission Underground, is aware of that. He's a smart guy. So you might have pulled in that rule set, thinking about I need to make this a bit more TV friendly. You have to get his own take on that. He has his own excellent podcast. Although I do think that Eddie Bravo probably has a deeper understanding and appreciation of submission grappling than Chael Sonnen does. Chael Sonnen, to his credit, if he understood a little bit more about grappling early in his career, I think he would have been the all-time greatest MMA fighter. Even though he would probably tell you as of right now that he is that all-time greatest MMA fighter. If you learn the basic principle of 2 arms in, 2 arms out when you're passing the guard, he might have been undefeated. History might be very different at this point. But such as it is right now, Chael Sonnen is bringing us the Submission Underground with the EBI rule set. Going on a little bit more about the EBI rule set, even Eddie Bravo Invitationals haven't used that particular rule set in a while. They're going more in the combat jiu-jitsu sense. Which is a lot more old school training and how we used to train, or how I used to train back in the day, where you had like the slaps on the ground, simulating more self-defense as opposed to the whole Valley Tutor or what NHB went on to. So Eddie Bravo has definitely brought it back to what he started off with for his events. And you may like it, you may not. Like, it is in some ways, by his own admission, a halfway point between submission grappling and full-fledged MMA. But I look at it much more of like that kind of old school feeling back on it. But yeah, just some thoughts on the submission underground, the EBI rule set. But again, as fans, I think we should be excited about this. I think we should be supporting grappling in all its forms, and I think we should be happy that there's a new star on the rise, Mason Fowler. Let me know what you think.